Inputs are sourced from all over the place. Products are produced in a number of different countries around the world, employing workers around the world. How these activities are coordinated, who benefits from these activities, where do the profits go, where do the benefits go? These are all really important questions.
A lot of the themes we're focusing here around paradigms like global value chains and global production networks and how those two relate.
Global value chains are about firms interacting across borders with each other. So this is really, for me, why I'm here. How will this diaspora of unaffiliated or semi-affiliated firms come together and interact with local economies?
This is a fantastic workshop. It's great to see so many familiar and new faces here from a range of different disciplines. And also it's nice to see a range of policymakers here as well, because I think the policy impacts are very significant with these approaches.
The interdisciplinary perspectives that are on offer in the room to learn from is really rewarding and really fruitful as a way of trying to learn about different perspectives on the same set of questions that we're all interested in.
I think it's important to be here to learn from the academia what they are researching on, what results they have, but also what gaps they have identified.
I think there's a lot we can learn from the bringing together of multidisciplinary perspectives to look at the way in which the contemporary global economy is transforming, the role of lead firms in that, the role of production networks and systems of governance of those production networks.
The sharing perspective is very enlightening. They have strengths we don't have, and I hope it's a two-way journey, two-way trade, so to speak.
This sort of size of workshop is optimal for breadth of engagement, but also depth as well, to sort of really tackle some sort of big themes.
Well, I think the challenge coming out of this meeting is for us to take the research findings that have been coming out of our particular paradigms and link them back to the big questions that everybody's concerned with.
The big question is really how to envisage a world that is inherently driven by firms and where firms are contributing to a sustainability agenda. So in a sense, what are the positive externalities, positive outcomes of their productive activities?
Manchester now is playing a key role. Why it's able to do that is partly a matter of personalities. I think the leaders of this program deserve a lot of credit, but it's also because this is a university which has many, many PhD students. And I think that's quite distinctive. I don't see any other grouping internationally which now has such a wide agenda and such a convening power as Manchester. So I'm not just being polite, that's the reality.
The fact that you have at one university, not just in, say, geography, but really in a number of different units in the university, even people that are working in this area, allows, I think, for a kind of more sustained and more sophisticated conversation to happen. And so it's really great that they have, sort of invited other people that are working in this area and have been working for a long time in this area to be part of that conversation. And it makes sense that they would kind of facilitate this dialogue.
Manchester's reached out to other schools of thought and tried to find ways of contrasting, comparing and synergizing an analytical approach to understanding these issues. So I think that's why it makes it quite natural that this should happen here.
I think that multidisciplinary cooperation and sometimes clashing as well helps to bring out some of the complexities of operating business in a changing world.